Congratulations. I'm sure you're wondering, what's Dr. Pat on? Congratulations that you've survived the first 25 days of January. In fact, may you have a courageous new year. My year began with a couple of funerals. It's been a hard start of the year. And it has got me to think about how this life is not about a rehearsal. It's about taking the opportunities to grow. And I want to speak to you about the journey that we've been on since 2020 when Be a Will was founded. And I remember my reverse mentors, many of them half my age, telling me, Dr. Pat, there must be something you can do with the big network you have. And because people are so depressed, so sad, so lonely during this pandemic, maybe you can do something digitally. And when I talk about having reverse mentors, it's not a joke. I actually paid attention and we launched. And I want to honor those who started with us in June 2020. You know yourselves. Thank you so very much for trusting us with your leadership journey. And so fast forward to the end of 2022, we had read over 20 books in the book club of Be a Will. We've had over 20 sessions. And some of you actually asked us to do a Christmas party, to invite them to a face-to-face session, because as the pandemic comes to a close, there's a need for us to connect because human beings were made for connection. And guess what? We listened to you and we actually hosted the Christmas party. I'm really sad that very few of you showed up, but it's okay. My goal is that if you're ready to rise, you will rise with us. So today, I want to reinvite you to something new. You remember we asked you Be a Will members. You were paying $2,000 a month. Some of you paid for the whole year, $20,000, getting a discount of 2 months. Some of you joined us on a complimentary 1 month and never paid. What's going on there? But anyway, no judgments here. The important thing is you came and hopefully you learned something. We asked you for feedback. Many of you chose to give us feedback, not as many as we expected. Actually, the number was much lower than the number in the group. But today, I don't want to give up on you because I know that many of us are giving up on ourselves. And as a result, when someone stretches their hand to help you rise, you're like, I can't do it. I hope that's not going to be you in 2023. After a lot of extensive research, I want to honor a number of you who called me and told me, Pat, this particular network needs to morph, needs to evolve. We need to have face-to-face sessions. We need to include the men. This life is not about just us women. For us to grow, it cannot be us versus men. And I agree with you because our vision is about helping everybody become their next best selves. And as a result, our mission is to help the world become more human and more humane. So introducing the Africa Rises Network. Why Africa? This is the new frontier. You've read lots of pieces and opinion pieces on Africa rising. Are we rising or retrogressing? The question is in your hands and how you actually choose to grow. Then risers, based on the whole idea of when you join our network, you have no excuse, you have no alternative but to rise with your behavior, your beliefs, your attitudes, and as a result, pun intended, your results. So risers, and then network. The intentionality of sharing your ideas, insights, experiences, and learning with other people because we are made to connect with each other. We thought about it, and because of my big following, about 60,000 people, I'm so humbled on LinkedIn and on our websites. We're now approaching the 10,000 mark because of the things we've done over the last 2-3 years. We felt that we can't make sure that we lock out people. We want those who don't have a job, are in between transitions, are young, can join the Africa Risers Network, ARN, free network on Telegram. But we also recognize that we now need to move you from the free to the premium, which is where I hope each and every one of you Be a Willers are joining us. Remember, Be a Will, it was $2,000 per month. ARN is $2,500 per year, and it's on Telegram. Okay. Let me just take a moment there. Some of you are telling me, I have never been on Telegram. Those are limiting beliefs. You have never been and you will never be. No. Just take up your phone. You've taken it. Go to App Store. Are you there? And download Telegram. It is free. And if I had the opportunity of having access to 365 days of learning at less than 10 shillings per day, I would be running with my entire village. My entire village. And that means village for real and village in the town where I am at, the world I am in. That premium network is all about raising the way you think. And in fact, as I'm looking at my journal, which by the way, I'm already in October, I guess I need another journal already. We're going to have Mondays, Motivation Mondays. This is really how do you get focused on the week ahead. On Tuesdays, we'll be talking about 360 degrees leadership, tips to help you look at life, leadership, love, and legacy. On Wednesdays, we're going to be looking at Women Wednesdays. So those of you who are feeling, oh my goodness, the network for women, it's diminishing. No, it's not. If anything, it is strengthening because I would love to have my daughter in the same network, my mother, my colleagues, my neighbors, so that we can talk about how we can rise as we lift each other. On Thursday, we're looking at Throwback Thursday. What are the lessons we've learned in our own lives? Because experience is not the teacher. Experience reflected upon is the best teacher. And on Friday, we cannot forget the boy child, and the fact that so many men feel invisible in this day and age, and that is giving rise to some of the tendencies that we're seeing around gender-based violence, intimate partner violence, and a lot of narcissistic behavior. I think all these things have a cure with including people and helping them see how they can rise to become their next best selves. Patricia, I want to meet you. I want to meet you. Okay, we have something for you. I want to welcome you to my inner circle. And that is really progressing from the premium to an exclusive club of leaders who want to meet 4 times a year in person. And we have included that in the fee. The 3 breakfast sessions and the 1 Christmas dinner party is all included in there. And in those 4 sessions, which are every quarter, we meet in person, we grow together, we read some specific books very intentionally, and we have some bespoke leaders to tell us about the areas that you actually want to learn about. The first one is in March, and we'll be talking about how to intentionally and strategically network. So join my RICA. By the way, did you know that RICA means, in my vernacular and in many Bantu languages, the group of people you're going to live life with, grow with, who you have a similarity with? So I welcome you. I don't know where you are in your journey today, but I want you to drop the baggage. You're not going to rise if you're carrying the baggage of the last X years. Some of us 40 years, 30 years, 20 years, 50 years. Some of you who are in your 50s are saying, I can't be on a Telegram page. That is another limiting belief, because how will you begin to understand how the world is moving? Some of us are there saying, one day I'll join. Make your one day become day one. My name is Dr. Patricia Murugami, and I welcome you to join me in this journey. Don't be left behind by self-eliminating yourself. No, I welcome you with open hands, and I'm looking forward to 1,000 plus, 10,000, 100,000 of us on the Africa Risers Network. Because if Africa is going to rise, it's you and I who are going to do it. Thank you.